if you could go back in time, what's the one thing you would tell your younger self about the market? If you could go back in time and
Yeah, sure. So I'll just tell them two things. One thing is there's a famous Gujarati saying, Bhau, Bhagwan, Chhe, or Bhau, market is always supreme. So respect the market. Now, the markets in my long career, so I've had almost 17, 18 years of career as a fund manager. So there are times where I felt like a hero, that nothing could go wrong with me. There are also equally times where I felt like a zero, that, I'm a complete failure in life. So the idea is to manage both parts of the spectrum. When you're a hero, go down, slow down, think about it, and don't focus on the process. Don't think that you are the supreme.
yeah.
When you're the zero, you have the confidence, you have the track record. Just hope that the time will pass. It's not that you're a complete dumb person. So that's the one of the biggest learnings that I have had. And if you're able to manage both ends, especially the first end,
Yeah.
the second end is always easy, because once you're not doing well, you will go back to the drawing board, rethink on your strategies. But the challenge comes is when you're doing well, sometimes it could be because of luck, not skill. So you really have to even dissect your performance then and correct yourself even when you're doing well. I think that's where probably I have made a mistakes couple of times early in my career. So that's the biggest lesson that I have learned in the
Amazing.
last 20 years.
Very interesting. You think investors are still making the same mistakes today that you once made then? When you look at investors today, especially in the retail crowd?
See, retail, I think the challenge for retail is that, they may not have the time to do a proper research. See, for us, if I'm investing a company, I'm thinking like a business owner. Like I'm thinking as if I own the company. Obviously, I own the company, but my thinking goes like that. Like
Yeah.
I'm putting the hard-earned money of my investors into a company. Let me think like a business owner. If I'm investing in my friend's company. For a retailer, that connect is not there. It could be that some XYZ told कि ये stock अच्छा लग रहा है, ये chart अच्छा लग रहा है, वो अच्छा लग रहा है. Just go and buy it. So I think there the chances of making a mistake is far higher, because you get it right in a cycle. Say in a bull cycle, everybody gets it right. Then you start thinking that you are supreme. So I think there probably the caution is much more. But even in a professional side, I've gone through this cycle, and I'm sure most of my younger colleagues will also go through this cycle and will feel the same way.
Yeah.
When you're doing well, you think that you're God, and there could be a letdown in the process. It's just not in our profession, in any profession. If you see in cricket, if you see in sports, if you see in acting, the moment success gets onto you, you think you're supreme and you let down the guard.
Large and mid cap fund that you've got is quite interesting. So tell us more about it. How is it better positioned to capture opportunities than say either a large fund or a mid cap fund?
Yeah, so this category is very interesting. So this category was created in 2018. And so no such fund existed with this kind of a mandate. I mean, they were either large, they were flexi cap, or they were mid.
Correct.
And there was a lot of, there was no proper positioning. So for example, a fund classified as large cap would have still had a decent mid cap and vice versa. So the good thing of SEBI was that they ensured that all the funds in a category have very similar positioning in terms of allocation.
Okay.
So they created this special class. So all the funds migrated either from large caps or from mid caps or from flexi cap to this category. Now, this category is good from a structural perspective on two reasons. See, one is that obviously you need large caps. So most of the large caps today are matured.
Yeah.
Right, but they give you stability. So they could be compounders. Like for example, you may not expect, say, an HDFC Bank to double in 2-3 years, but it could be a compounder of giving a certain return every year. The same would hold good for a lot of these bellwether stocks.